to remain standing for an opening prayer, and that will be done in song, led by Mr. Sheldon Nazim Piker. Thank you very much, Mr. Piper, and please be seated. His Excellency Desmond Blanchard, Acting President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Melissa Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, Honorable Dr. Addis King, Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities, other members of Cabinet, His Excellency Ling Jiang, Chinese Ambassador to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. John Roach, Chief Youth Development Officer,
Ms. Ashma McDougall, President and Executive Members of the National Youth Council of Dominica, Mr. Firelander, First Vice President of the National Youth Council of Dominica and Event Coordinator for the National Youth Awards, special invited guests, corporate sponsors and representatives from the private sector, members of the judging panel of the National Youth Awards, award nominees, representatives of youth organizations, media.
Good evening. Good evening. And of course, welcome to the 13th National Youth Awards. And most importantly, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone who has been nominated for an award this evening. Your nomination speaks to your hard work and dedication to our beloved country, Dominica. Special mention to our Prime Minister and his wife for making today their business. My name is Monel Alexis, and this evening I am your host.
And my name is Chris John Jules, and I'm also your host this evening. Welcome again.
Before we continue, we will have a welcome remarks by Mr. Firelander. He is the first Vice President of the National Youth Council. Mr. Lander.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, good evening. Are you not excited to be here? I know I am. His Excellency Desmond Blanchard, Acting President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, the Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Melissa Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, where we are today, the Honorable Dr. Addis King, Minister of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Seniors Security, and Dominicans with Disabilities. Other members of Cabinet, His Excellency Lin Jiangjing, Chinese Ambassador to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. John Roach, Chief Youth Development Officer, Ms. Ashma McDougall, President, and other executive members of the National Youth Council of Dominica, special invited guests, our corporate sponsors and representatives from the private sector, members of the judging panel of the National Youth Awards 2022, award nominees, and I'm going to say this again, award nominees. Let's give them a round of applause this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Representatives from youth organizations, media, good evening. It is my esteemed pleasure to officially welcome you to the 2022 13th edition of the National Youth Awards of Dominica. As you can see, I came up here with no written speech just because I want to get to this part where we celebrate our young people and their achievements for 2022. Let's give them a round of applause. Seeing that the National Youth Awards of Dominica has had a hiatus over the past couple of years due to many reasons, mostly because of Hurricane Maria and then, of course, the COVID-19 pandemic, this executive decided we have to bring this back and bring it back in a grand way under the theme Celebrating the Vision. When we were first elected, we took up the theme Creating a Vision, Effecting the Change. And now we are celebrating that vision. Celebrating your vision, the vision of young people across the length and breadth of Dominica, from Capuchin in the north to Kashako in the south, from St. Joseph on the west to Castleborough in the east. We are celebrating our young people through and through. And we want them all to feel so special this evening. I, of course, want to unofficially thank the sponsors who are here this evening, who without them we would not have been able to have this event. One of these sponsors, of course, I cannot forget to thank them enough, of course, the Dominica National Lottery. Without them, we would not be here this evening. I see. Thank you. So this evening, I will not be very long, as I want us to get to the reason for the season. Of course, celebrating the vision, celebrating the young people of Dominica, and celebrating the 21 young people who will be awarded this evening within their individual disciplines for this evening. I thank you very much and have a blessed evening.
Thank you, Mr. Firelander, for your welcome remarks. Efforts can go unnoticed if the right partnerships are not fostered. The NYCD is grateful for the support which has been extended by the Minister of Youth since its inauguration. At this venture, we invite the Minister for Youth, Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, Senior Security and Dominicans with Disabilities, Honorable Dr. Alice King, to deliver the Youth Ministerial Address to the adult awardees.
Good evening, everyone. His Excellency Desmond Blanchard, Acting President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Melissa Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, other members of Cabinet and Parliament, His Excellency Ling Xiangjiang, Chinese Ambassador to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. John Roach, Chief Youth Development Officer, Ms. Ashma McDougall, President of the National Youth Council of Dominica, other executive members, special invited guests, corporate sponsors and representatives from the private sector, members of the judging panel of the National Youth Awards, award nominees, representatives of youth organizations, the media, and most importantly, our awardees. A pleasant good night once again. It is with tremendous honor that I address you, the youth of Dominica, on this occasion of the 13th Annual National Youth Awards ceremony this evening. I want to commend the National Youth Council Executive for their dedication and commitment to the youth of the nation. The successful Youth Parliament proceedings earlier this year and now this event here tonight is evidence of the hard work that you have been doing since the beginning of your term. "5 years
since the last Youth Award ceremony. Despite the many challenges brought about by the socio-economic impacts of Hurricane Maria and the COVID-19 pandemic, we are here this evening to celebrate our young people for their efforts towards personal mighty God. As we witness the activities today, let us be guided by the amazing stories of each one of our awardees. It is customary to say that the youth is our future, but for me, I am truly convinced that our young people today are very talented and can contribute significantly at every level of society now. Worth highlighting is that all nominees are doing exemplary in their respective fields. We as a government, led by our visionary leader, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, are cognizant that our youth has serious potential, and that is why we have involved the young people of Dominica at every level of government-led initiatives. It gives me great pride, therefore, to boast of the many accomplishments of our Prime Minister since he took up the mantle at a very young age of 31, proof of how important and vital our young people can be. As a government, we can also boast of our young Deputy Speaker, Senator Philip Rolle, as well as several of our cabinet ministers who are under the age of 40. Youth of Dominica, tremendous economic power lies within your bodies, hearts, and minds. As the minister responsible for youth development and empowerment, I have witnessed your works in the areas of small business, agriculture, creative arts, hospitality, just to name a few. Indeed, you are a tremendous economic resource. When your skills are integrated into the digital economy, the global possibilities are endless. Make sure that you utilize all resources within this ministry. You can become designers of great algorithms. Look into possibilities in the blue and green economy and agriculture. These should not be simple occupations of the present, but you need to project into the future. Your island, the Caribbean, and the world is going to need Dominica's nutritious foods grown in our rich soil. Use the existing technology. Become familiar with the surrounding seas and the internal rivers. Only this past weekend, we celebrated World Rivers Day. Consider the value in our fresh water. Be creative in your business ventures. Utilize financial resources wherever they are placed at our banks, at Aid Bank, at very low interest rates. Keep in mind, too, that we do have a wellness ministry. Globally, many will seek Dominica's healing potential. Trades within wellness are numerous, intersecting along the lines of medicine, nutrition, therapy, relaxation, life satisfaction strategies, and more. As we celebrate the vision, I ask you to keep focused on the evolution of the geothermal energy. Be experimental in your outlook. This has implications for electricity cost to all consumers, for economic costs with reduced rates, and possibilities for trade with our neighbors. Think of the transformation that the opening of an international airport will bring to Dominica. Opportunities will become many in this world's first climate resilient nation. Think of these ideas. You are the ones to carry them into the future. At another level, we need a population of youth who enjoys reading. And I speak here not only of the reading that you must do in your own form of employment. A nation where its youth read becomes a rich, creative, and prosperous one. Great ideas, innovations, and business enterprises are born of great financiers and surely from the heart of great ideas. Reading produces great ideas, and these are even more abundant in an ecosystem that we interact with that flourishes and protects our inheritance. Then finally, I would like to stress perseverance. When you place your brain and mind and body and soul in a matter and job, take it to completion, particularly when it provides for the economic upliftment of hundreds and thousands. This evening, we pay special recognition to our young people of Dominica who have worked hard across several productive sectors. This event will be remembered by you for decades into adulthood and who knows, into old age. We do live to be 100 and over here in Dominica. Those of you receiving awards today, be joyful. Walk with pride. You have received the breath of a fascinating living. Let me just ask and join file to give all of our awardees a round of applause. As a mother and as a physician by profession, I must say to you, stay healthy. Do not become victims to non-communicable diseases. If anything, develop your communication skills with each other, sharing ideas about being healthy, staying healthy at the physical and psychological levels. In fact, in these times, you can eat healthy. Eat what your island produces. You are the ones to truly catalyze the movement. Eat what your island produces. And as for fitness, walk the hills of this wonderful island. Make friends across this magnificent green landscape. And finally, give thanks to the Most High God for bringing you forward into life in this island of Dominica, indeed an isle of beauty. I thank you.
Thank you, Honorable King, for that powerful address. And I will remind you, of course, that the stories that you will hear this evening will definitely amaze you. Now, he prayed for us earlier, and now he's here to entertain us. I invite one more time to the stage Mr. Sheldon Nazim Piper for a performance.
I would just like to take this opportunity to say congrats to all our nominees. You are our future, so please stay focused. I look to you. Look to you.
Thank you, Mr. Sheldon Nazim Piper, for this wonderful performance in song. Now we'll have the featured keynote address. The National Youth Council of Dominica has been instrumental in increasing engagement for youth over the past year, and this 14-member executive has been led by the President, Ashma McDougall. Senior Lecturer of Economics, Director of Students Affairs, Youth Development Researcher, and Youth Advocate. Her leadership has been steadfast in increasing engagement, participation, and empowering youth to be inspired by the vision. We invite the President of the National Youth Council of Dominica, Ms. Ashma McDougall, to deliver the featured keynote address. Thank you.
His Excellency Desmond Blanchard, Acting President of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, Prime Minister of the Commonwealth of Dominica, Honorable Joseph Isaac, Speaker of the House of Assembly, Honorable Melissa Skerrit, Parliamentary Representative for the Roseau Central Constituency, the Honorable Dr. Addis King, Minister of Youth Development and Empowerment, Youth at Risk, Gender Affairs, senior securities and Dominicans with disabilities, other members of cabinet, His Excellency Lin Qiangjiang, Chinese Ambassador to the Commonwealth of Dominica, Mr. John Roach, Chief Youth Development Officer, executive members of the National Youth Council of Dominica, Mr. Firelander, First Vice President and Event Coordinator for the National Youth Awards, special invited guests, corporate sponsors and representatives from the private sector, members of the judging panel of the National Youth Awards, award nominees, representatives of youth organizations, media, good evening. It gives me immense pleasure to simply convey positive messages and address the contributions and achievements of our youth of Dominica this evening. I continue to be a strong advocate of youth empowerment because the truth is what you take away from your youth goes throughout the rest of your life. And this evening, there is so much to celebrate. I find it so refreshing to be among some of the most enthusiastic young activists of today and some of tomorrow's leaders. And I really appreciated what Dr. King said as it relates to, you know, yes, we always say that they're leaders of tomorrow, but to be quite fair, we are leaders today. And so we celebrate you, we celebrate the young leaders who continue to effect change, as small or as large as it may be, across different pockets of Dominica. The very essence of leadership is that you have to have a vision, and you can't blow an uncertain trumpet. It's got to be a vision that you articulate clearly and forcefully on every occasion. And tonight's Youth Awards is actually celebrated under the theme, Celebrating the Vision. And just over a year ago, the executive, collectively with much dynamism and disparities of leadership, all blew different trumpets, but one song. And that song, The Vision, a vision synonymous to your own vision as youth, the vision of us to make a positive, impactful difference. And that vision extends to empowerment, inclusive and extensive participation, strategic engagement, for as the backbone of the society, all of these elements are essential to transforming Dominica. This year's nominees, like many before them, have impacted and continue to impact lives around Dominica and beyond, whether in agriculture, in digital transformation, or literary arts. We keep pivoting and adjusting to the new social parameters that we continue to experience every day. And we have proven our resilience and shown great reception to change. The pandemic has not dampened the enthusiasm of some of the incredible young people across the nation whose projects are transforming lives in communities and providing practical solutions to often complex challenges and problems. Your passion for excellence and achievements at this meaningful stage of your life provides strong encouragement for those who are following in your footsteps. Your contagious energy, your ideas, the can-do spirit is what has captivated others to recognize the impact you're making in your community and society by extension. And so it has been proven that public acknowledgements, like the National Youth Awards, are central motivators for the youth. Hence, the National Youth Council's resolve to grasp this opportunity to showcase your work and to motivate you to strive and surpass your levels of self-development. And I'm so pleased to be a part of the excellent work of the National Youth Council. And I say congratulations to you and the many hands that helped to make this night realized. While many are looking, it is important at this venture to share some critical advice. Because while we celebrate many of these resounding achievements and successes, it is very important to understand that none of this comes without failure. I know you must have heard this at a venture in your life, but you know they say what they say about habits. And so failure is a part of success. Every failure is a part of an opportunity to learn and correct, because the lessons of failure are where growth occurs. It is important to remember that there are only a few important lessons in life to take with you, one of which is understanding to embrace mistakes. And let me put it into some context, because as an educator and as well as student, I myself have found myself in this situation quite a bit. How many of you have walked out of an exam room quite flustered, running over to your peers asking, what did you get for question number 2? And then you have that dawning reality that you didn't get the same answer as your peer. And then the results come out, and you don't quite remember any other question but question number 2. The point here is that at any moment in time, while you focus on a mistake, all of your other successes will pass you by. So I'd like to tell you, while we sit here and lament on the successes of these awardees this evening, please be reminded that it did not come without failure. Embrace your current situation, embrace your journey, embrace whatever hiccups might come along the way. Some may call them mistakes, but these are the greatest tools and lessons in life. And while you're doing it, remember to have fun and look good while you're having fun. For the National Youth Council, our aspirations have been to fill seats we were never privy to sit at tables we once weren't invited to, and to dialogue in ways we never did with political leaders nationally, regionally, and internationally. And the harsh realities of young people losing faith in institutions and governance, and the political divide in older generations, the inequities that we sometimes witness, does not motivate some of us youth to engage, to lend a voice. And to some extent, some of you have become hopeless. But let me assure you that all voices matter. We represent a generation who are masters of the digital universe and experts in the art of virtual networking. Although times are difficult for us all, especially for youth, young people may be wondering about job prospects or your mental health or simply your economic survival. Do not be dismayed, for it is your hope, your passion, your resilience, your innovation that will bring us out of these moments. The resilience and capacity to make a positive difference. Let our generation, let us be the generation that shifts the culture of thinking differently and openly. And let our generation be the generation that continues to participate despite schisms and separations that have been discouraging. Can our generation be focused on consciousness and principles, not when it is only convenient, but more importantly, when it is inconvenient? For that is when you determine that you have made defining difference to change the world in which we were born. We are not expected to complete the race, but neither are we at liberty to resile from it. The baton will pass on for many generations after us. What will you contribute to making the change that you want to see? Mahatma Gandhi said, be the change we want to see. So what will you contribute? What does Dominica look like to you in the year 2050, when you are way beyond your youth? And what will you have done to contribute to what you hope to see in 2050? We need to think governance. So therefore, I say, be the voice that creates the change you want, whether that voice is echoed in our spirited presentations at the upcoming Youth Parliament, or in closed meetings at a Justices and Prisons Committee, in national dialogue for the enactment of a national youth policy, or in your communities as a beacon of hope. In the words of Theodore Roosevelt, do what you can with what you have where you are. It is up to us. And if it's not us, then who? Congratulations to everyone again. Once you've accepted the challenge, you are already a winner tonight. Thank you.
Certainly, the lessons of failure are where growth occurs. That means as young people, we must participate, we must learn, and we must grow. Thank you very much, President McDougall, for that address. Now, this year's winners were selected from nominations by the public and reviewed by a panel of 8 judges and reviewers. The judging panel was led by Treasurer Luana Lura and included members from the private and public sector.
Judging panel, Ms. Ferdinand Frampton, Senator Philip Rowe, Ms. Jody Doubling Dangleben, Ms. Trudy Christian, Mr. Brenton Hiller, Ms. Lizra Fabian, and Honorable Kasani Laville.
And now for the presentation of awards.
Outstanding Youth in Agriculture, sponsored by Do It Center.
I invite the representative from Do It Center to present the award to the winner. And the nominees are
Aliyah LeBlanc, Lakia Joseph,
and the winner is
Aliyah LeBlanc.
Aliyah deserves this award for all her efforts and the countless hours she dedicated to pursuing her passion for sustainable agriculture. Coming from a small community, she grew such a big passion for eating what you grow and living healthily, maintaining and developing the island's agriculture, and educating the general public on important things related to sustainability. She started her own organization from her first product, Fire Spice, and her educational videos on social media to collaborating with people from other Caribbean islands that have similar mindset and passion for agriculture. She's driven and wants people to see the importance of sustainable living. She has contributed quite a lot to any school that would have her give lectures and even to online audiences. She was the mastermind behind Tree Drive here in Dominica to push people in the right direction to help plant a tree. She is the founder of the One Seed a Day initiative. Ladies and gentlemen, outstanding youth in agriculture, Aliyah LeBlanc. Ms. LeBlanc. Her mother is representing her this evening.
On behalf of my daughter, Alia, who was not able to be present here this evening, it is quite an honor to be the recipient of such a prestigious award. From the time she was in high school, she told me, "Mommy, I know what I want to know. I know what I want to do and what field I'm interested in pursuing a career. Too many young people are not actively involved in agriculture, so I am going to be that first of the few." She started the One Seed a Day initiative, all in the name of sustainable agriculture habits. She would say, "Let me make it fun and easy because the simplest seed makes a difference." And trust me, she makes the movement creative on social media. I am here today in her honor, and I am grateful as a mother to receive this. Sustainability, she says, is anything you can do to impact future generations. So I thank the National Youth Council and by extension, Dominica, for recognizing her work and movement for the continuity of agriculture practices amongst youth. I thank you.
And I thank the representative from DeWitt Center.
Outstanding Community Youth Organization Award, sponsored by KFC.
We have the representative from KFC to present the award to the winner.
And the nominees are, so for this category, there's only one nominee, so there's a sole nominee within this category, and we announce the St. Mary's 4-H Club.
The 4-H Club is the only fully active club on island within the school system. The club has been fully endorsed by the Ministry of Education and has been used as a model for the formation of other clubs at the various schools. It serves as a safe haven for the students and provides an excellent opportunity for them to display their skills in culinary arts and other leadership qualities. This club has been in existence for the past 10 years and have made significant impact on the students, the school, and the community in general. They received the Caribbean Culinary Arts Chefs in Schools Competition Award in 2021. Also received gold medals at Barbados Culinary Arts in 2019. The club is also actively involved in food preparation at school and assists with fundraising activities. This club is deeply rooted in the values of providing for others in need and shaping the lives of the students involved. The director is fully committed and goes above and beyond to ensure that lives are changed and needs are fulfilled. The SMA 4-H Club is involved in the preparation of meals for the less fortunate in Roseau and environments. Congratulations to the St. Mary's 4-H Club, outstanding community youth organization.
Good evening. I am the SMA 4-H Club President, Adrian Piper. And on behalf of the members of the St. Mary's Academy 4-H Club International, I am honored to accept this award for Outstanding Community Youth Organization. Since its founding in 2016, the SMA 4-H Club has strived to teach its clubbites the importance of volunteerism and life skills through practical experiences. I know that personally, in my time during 4-H, I have learned valuable skills such as leadership and public speaking, and have had unforgettable experiences. I would like to thank the National Youth Council of Dominica for this award, as well as our school administration, 4-H Director, and newly appointed National 4-H Director, Bert Paul, all the teachers, parents, and past members that have led the club to where it is today. Once again, thank you.
Outstanding Youth in Climate Activism and Environmental Advocacy Award.
I invite the representative from the Dominica National Lottery to present the award to the winner. And the nominees are
Fredison Valmont, Christiana Paul, Ashfred Norris, Janelle Brisbane,
And the winner is
Janelle Brisbane.
Janelle Brisbane is a highly motivated, passion-driven Caribbean ecologist seeking to educate the public on the importance of a healthy environment through outreach and research efforts, as well as informing the public and the private sectors on proper environmental practices. As an admitted eco-fanatic, Janelle travels deep within the mountains, forests, rivers, and oceans of Dominica to conduct research, community engagement, species preservation, and policy. As the founder of Wild Dominique, the leading conservation organization in Dominica, Janelle and team strive to protect our future and save our home through 3 critical goals: living young, living wild, and living free. Janelle holds a Master of Research degree in Tropical Forest Ecology from Imperial College London and a Bachelor of Science degree from the University of Florida in Wildlife Ecology and Conservation, with minors in Agricultural and Natural Resource Law and International Studies in Agriculture and Life Sciences. Janelle's eyes have always been set on the preservation, conservation, and sustainable development of Dominica's wildlife. Janelle made it her duty to educate on the importance of healthy environment without being called upon. She is proactive. She's not only educating herself, but educating the public of proper environmental practices. As a scholar in her field, Janelle believes that conservation must include the input and the training of the local people to succeed. Ladies and gentlemen, Outstanding Youth in Climate Activism and Environmental Advocacy Award, Janelle Brisbane.
Well, of course, I would like to thank my incredibly amazing parents, family, friends, and colleagues that have always pushed me to follow my passion. But right now, I would really like to thank NYCD for giving us Dominican environmentalists this platform. As a conservationist, most of our work happens behind the scenes. You know, we're somewhere down in the mud, in the middle of the forest, pouring rain or blazing hot sun, waiting for the sun to rise or the night to fall. We're racing against a ticking clock to make sure at the end of the day we have clean water to drink, sounds of birds to listen to, and a healthy world to call our own. It's hard work, but moments like these help us to realize that we're not alone, our efforts are being seen, and it adds fuel to our fire so that we can get up tomorrow and do it all over again, fighting even harder for a better world. So, to NYCD and to the incredible soul who nominated me, I want to say thank you. And to my fellow environmentalists, I hope that we all keep chasing our passion and never, ever let anyone or anything take your beautiful fire away. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Brisbane.
Outstanding Youth in Creative and Literary Arts Award.
I invite the representative from Fight Foods Inc. Retail to present the award to the winner. And the nominees are
Zoe Banis. Oh, sorry. Zoe Banis. Tana Valmond. And the award goes to Zoe Banis.
Zoe Banis is a driven individual who has been writing for many years. From writing at the back of her books during class to writing for different organizations across the globe. Through it all, she remained very humble, hardly displaying her works anywhere until she's asked. She's gained millions of readers, yet she doesn't brag. Besides that, Zoe takes any opportunity she can to encourage younger writers to continue writing. And at her last workshop at DSC, she encouraged everyone who listened to her to reach out to them so she could help them self-publish their novels. After all her novels were self-published, all this just goes to show just how ambitious she is, willing to take up anyone with her. Ladies and gentlemen, Outstanding Youth in Creative and Literary Award, Miss Zoe Banis, the awardee.
Good evening. Okay, so I won't say much. Mostly just thank you to my family, especially, especially my mother and my father, who pushed me relentlessly and tried to make my life as comfortable as possible so I can do what I do freely. And my friends who encourage me daily to meet deadlines and milestones. And lastly, thank you to the National Youth Council for this award, and to everyone who supports me and roots for me from the sidelines. Sometimes you grow so accustomed to your craft, especially when it's no longer something fun or a hobby, but now a job, that you forget to acknowledge and appreciate your own work. So thank you. This award is just a generous, unexpected reminder. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Zoe.
Outstanding Youth or Youth Organization in Cultural Preservation and National Heritage Award. This award is sponsored by Dr. Damian Dublin.
I invite Dr. Dublin to present the award.
And the nominees are Cornelia Adams, Youth Emergency Action, Umoja CHS, Ordell Hamilton, Tasha Peltier.
And the winner is
Tasha Peltier.
Tasha P, as she's known in the Calypso arena, has positively influenced many other young women to venture and compete in the national Calypso competitions. In an industry once seen for older men, the stigma of Calypso relative to age and gender has been eradicated. Her involvement in Calypso for over 10 years speaks to her devotion to the art form. Outside of Calypso, Tasha also contributes to Dominica's music preservation through her involvement with the Swinging Stars Band and the cultural organization as cultural officer. She is a dedicated musician and talented artist. She remains steadfast in changing the space for women to be included and be seen as easy contributors within the industry. In 2010, she participated in the National Calypso Monarch competition and received second runner-up, third place position. However, the next year, 2011, she thrived in achievements and gained 3 titles in a row, counting Calypso Queen 2011, that's in February 23rd, the Stardom Monarch of the 10th in March 3rd, and the biggest title of them all, the Calypso Monarch of Dominica 2011, on March 7th. On that day, she became the very first female to achieve that title in Dominica and made history. In 2012, she began a new era for her and women alike in the art form. She was recognized by the Dominica Caiso Hall of Fame, presented with the Recognition Award, and gave an even further mark in Dominica's history. This was given to her in appreciation for her pioneering achievement as the first female monarch in Calypso in Dominica. This was endorsed by the University of the West Indies Dominica chapter, the Dominica State College, and the Dominica Calypso Association. Ladies and gentlemen, Outstanding Youth in Cultural Preservation and National Heritage Awardee, Miss Tasha P.
Okay, good evening. As Janelle said, I'm a little bit nervous. Surprisingly, people don't think I get nervous, but I do. This is a breath of fresh air. There's so many young people doing so much in Dominica, and just to be reminded of our contributions having some kind of impact positively on the other youth and the people in Dominica makes a big difference in how you feel and what you contribute, and keeps you focused on your passion. Janelle, thank you for that very much, because if you're not passionate about what you do, it's hard to do it. So I just want to say thank you to God for sure, most definitely, for giving me my talent and for giving me the opportunity to be who I am. My family, my friends, the closest of them all, my fans, I could not have done this without you. My supporters all over the world, some of you, I don't know you, but I feel your love whenever it is given via social media or in person, especially the hugs, and I would like a picture, please. To the government of Dominica for helping me to further my education, to everyone who supports me, the Swing and Sass Band, the Sixth Form Sister Singers. There's so many people that I want to say thank you to, so 1 minute is really not enough time to say thank you to everybody. My karaoke Tasha P fans, my Calypso fans, you name it. Everything I do it because of you guys, and I'm just so grateful. Thank you so much to the NYCD. I don't want to say NYPD. So thank you guys so much.
Congratulations, Tasha P., and thank you, Dr. Dublin.
Outstanding Youth in Digital Transformation Award, sponsored by Trading International Group.
I invite the representative of Trading International Group to present the award to the winner.
With a sole nominee within this category, we announce Davison Tony Edwards.
Davidson Anthony Edwards is a co-founder of Shop DM, an e-commerce firm headquartered in Dominica and dedicated to helping local manufacturers and retailers access wider markets. Previously, he served as the CTO at Boshera Technologies, an Oxford-based fintech operational in Uganda. Boresha is building a financial marketplace across sub-Saharan Africa to tackle the liquidity problem faced by 100 million farmers. He was most excited by opportunities to tackle global economic inequality using tech plus solutions, but he's currently active in the Caribbean tech ecosystem. More broadly, he's a tech entrepreneur with experience developing solutions in UK, India, Uganda, and the Caribbean. Previously, he worked at Scape Technologies, an AR startup in London acquired by Facebook. At Scape, he built mobile apps and web dashboards to manage Project 100, that is, Scape's one-year project collecting 3D mapping and GPS data across 100 cities and 60 countries around the world. He has completed a dual MBA and MSc in computer science at Oxford. Outstanding Youth in Digital Transformation awardee, Mr. Davidson Anthony Edwards.
Thank you. Evening. I'll be brief as well. So I always get a little uncomfortable when I hear all those accolades put together again. But this evening, like all of the other nominees, I mainly want to say thank you, because you know like you can take a lot of, when you look at persons like the awardees that come up here, you can make the mistake of thinking it's an individual journey, but it's never an individual journey. Like the only reason I'm able to do any of those cool sounding things is because of the amazing support that I've gotten my entire life, from my parents, from my friends. Just growing up in Dominica, it's a really close-knit community, so you know, everybody seems to be cheering you on. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to my mom and my dad who have supported me for this entire way. And now, I guess this you know, like since I wrote this, I think you know, most of the energy that I've been putting out has been going into Shop DM, and I guess Shop DM is one of the main reasons why I'm the recipient of this award. So I cannot not shout out my amazing co-founder Gandhi Robin, who is in the who's in the audience, because again, nothing big is ever achieved individually, and it's very, very, very much a team effort. You know, if you'll shop on Shop DM and get like an amazing experience, that's because of Gandhi. So yeah, the last thing I'd like to say is just thank you to NYCD, because this is great. Just you know, bringing these incredibly energetic people together who are so inspirational, you know, and encouraging Dominicans to continue doing this, trying to be like people like, you know, Janelle and Akia, and yeah. So I'm really happy to be part of this. I'm really happy to see what you all are doing. I love this speech, Ashma, and thank you again. Yeah.
Congratulations, Mr. Edwards, and thank you to the representative from Trading International Group.
Outstanding Youth Living with Disabilities Award, sponsored by Fine Food Inc. Distribution.
I invite the representative from Fine Foods Distribution to present the award to the winner.
And the nominees are Cameron Augustine, Alistair Abel,
and the winner is
Alistair Abel.
Alistair Abel is a 22-year-old young man living with Down syndrome. He is the only son of his parents. At a time when not many schools were accepting students with disabilities, Alistair was fortunate to be enrolled in a mainstream preschool, TC Sunbeam Preschool. He then transitioned to a mainstream elementary school, the Christian Union Primary School, where he learned many of his social skills. He graduated from the 6th grade and transitioned to the Achievement Learning Center, where he continued to thrive. By the time he graduated at 18, he was able to read basic sight words, know numbers up to 20, write and spell his name and log his name in and out of the log sheet. He was given the role of school maintenance, a role he performed with excellence. At 18 years old, he graduated from the center and was the first student with a visible disability to be transitioned into the workplace. Alistair worked at Jolly's Pharmacy for an entire year until COVID-19 pandemic. From all reports, he blended very well into the work environment, and he was an asset to the organization. Had it not been for the pandemic, they would have kept him. When Alistair found out that he was going to start working, He no longer came to school with his uniform shirt, but with his work shirt. However, when he got to work, he would put on the shirt, he would put the shirt on a hanger and change into his regular clothes. He was ready for the world of work, and he demonstrated that readiness. Outstanding Youth Living with Disabilities awardee, Mr. Alistair Abel.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for that write-up. I am trying my best not to be teary. Alistair means so much to us. He's my brother. So on behalf of my loving brother Alistair, thank you to the National Youth Council for this prestigious award. Alistair is indeed a star and touches the lives of all those around him. Thank you to everyone who has had and continues to have an impact on his life. Our parents, siblings, extended family, church family, schools, including the Achievement Learning Center, Jolly's Pharmacy, and friends. We simply do not know what we would do without our star. Thank God for him. Again, thank you.
I thank the sister for the remarks, and congratulations to Mr. Abel.
Outstanding Youth in Diaspora Award, sponsored by Dragon Windows.
I invite the representative from Dragon Windows to present the award.
With a sole nominee within this category, we announce Dr. Jarrell Joseph.
Jarrell grew up on the island of Dominica in a village called Vacaz. In 2012, she graduated from the University of the West Indies with a BSc in chemistry and mathematics. She then pursued an MPhil in chemistry at UWI under the supervision of Professor Sean McDowell. In 2018, she completed a PhD in chemistry, Department of Chemistry, Cambridge, under the supervision of Professor David Wales. For her PhD work, she developed and tested computational methods to study protein folding. In particular, she worked on a coarse grain model for proteins, developed an approach for sampling large-scale arrangements in proteins, and characterized a disorder receptor protein implicated in HIV infection. She recently joined a group of Dr. Rosanna Poyeparello-Huavera, Department of Physics, Cambridge, as a research associate, focusing on developing models to probe genome organization. Jarrell is the founder of Carrie Scholar, a non-profit organization aimed at connecting Caribbean students with some of the region's most prolific and accomplished academics and professionals in order to foster mentorship, sharing of information, and guidance. Starting January 2023, she will serve as Assistant Professor of Chemical and Biological Engineering. Awarding Outstanding Youth in Diaspora awardee, Miss Jarrell Joseph. Award received by her sister.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Aurel, and I am sister to Jarrell. I indeed want to thank the NYCD for this prestigious award. What you see on the screen right now is a video from my sister, and just to summarize what she said in this short video, it's a simple thank you, and she would just like to thank her family, you know, for the support. When my sister called me during the weekend and she asked me to receive this award, she was like, okay, Aurel, go and collect my award for me. She didn't even ask because she know that we are so supportive of her. I mean, after our parents passed away, we were each other's backbone. So I'm just happy to receive this award on her behalf, and thanks to everyone. You know, the people who help us too in the back for Carrie Scholar. We really appreciate all the assistance that you all have, you know, and the hard work that has been going on. To the students or persons who aspire to be a student, whether it's at college level, at university level, I urge you to go to www.carriescholar.com and check out our website. There you will find amazing mentors that can help you during your journey. The aim of our company is to connect Caribbean minds, and my sister, as well as her husband, have been doing an amazing job, you know, just bringing Caribbean minds together. We have mentors from across the region and the world, and we are so happy for everyone who has come on board and to share their expertise with the young students. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Aurel. Congratulations, Jurel. And thank you to the representative of Dragon Windows.
Outstanding Youth in Entrepreneurship Award, sponsored by Big G Pepper Sauce.
I invite the representative from Big G Pepper Sauce to present the award.
And the nominees are Jamali Dimitri, Pierre, Lakia Joseph, Darren LeBlanc, Shirali Girodel, Jemima Mills, and Christelle Hilton.
And the winner is
Lakia Joseph.
What if you blend optimism and intense drive? You'd get the solopreneur behind Nature Blends, Lakia Joseph. Driven by a desire to elevate the economic status of her immediate family, she went out on a limb right after completing college to create employment for herself and others. Nature Blends is Lakia's prized enterprise, which she started with zero assistance from external sources, eagerly operating since April 2020. She wanted to provide hair, skin, and body care solutions for issues such as dandruff and acne scars. She also wanted to engage members of her community bents in her endeavor. These factors led to the birth of Nature Blends, which specializes in exotic teas, extracts, powders, and oils. However, Joseph's drive won't allow her business to remain stagnant with current product offerings. All her business operations are compliant with the Bureau of Standards, and her practices give back to the environment in a positive and sustainable way. From first-hand ingredients every day to organic farm techniques and the use of biodegradable packaging and materials, Nature Blends has been a shining light on Dominica's goal of becoming climate resilient and fostering a climate resilient environment business. Lakia, Miss Nature Blends, as she's now called, has undoubtedly been an inspiration and motivation for others and will continue to spread her knowledge, experience, and kindness to others. Ladies and gentlemen, Outstanding Youth in Entrepreneurship Awardee, Miss Lakia Joseph.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Lakia Joseph, and my best friend always mocks me when I have to introduce myself and my business. She always says, Lakia is going to say, my name is Lakia Joseph, owner and CEO of Nature Blends. The last time I received an award, I stood before Her Majesty the Queen. And I did not really get to say, you know, thank you to my family, my friends, you know, everybody who supports me. Right now I have to say thank you to my customers because if it were not for you and your trust in me and this business and what I do, and Lakia goes far beyond Nature Blends. Started way, way, way back. Not even thinking of starting a business or being involved in business. My mom is an entrepreneur herself, and though I did not grow up with her because she had to leave at a very young age. I was very small, basically still a baby. But I always observed her, and she inspires me so much up to this day. And my grandparents, I grew up with them, and grandparents are tough sometimes. And it's not always easy to, you know, grow up without your parents and live with your grandparents. However, I am grateful every single day for my grandparents. And thank you. I know they're watching, and I know how proud they are of me, and I live my life every day to make them proud and continue to make them proud. My community has raised me, and I know they are always looking. Lisa, I see you right there. Lisa is also from Ben. She also inspires me. And I just want to tell our youth and everybody sitting here this evening that if you want to lift up yourself, you need to lift up other people. And that may sound like very simple words, but it's very powerful. If you don't lift up others, I don't see you being lifted up. So continue striving to all the other nominees, the awardees. 1 minute was not enough for me, but anyways, congratulations to all the awardees. Thank you to everyone who supports me, the government of Dominica for sure, my community, my friends, my family, my customers, and everybody who believe in me. Just thank you very much.
Congratulations, Lakia, and thank you very much to the representative from Big G Pepper Sauce.
Outstanding Youth in Indigenous Cultural and Traditional Preservation Award, sponsored by Autotrade Limited.
I invite the representative from Autotrade to present the award to the winner.
With a sole nominee within this category, we announced at this year's Burton.
Aditya Burton was born and raised in the hamlet of Crayfish River of the Kalinago territory in Dominica. She was raised to be a disciplined scholar, athlete, and is well engaged with art and culture in her community. She firmly believes in the holistic development of the individual, which she attributes to her upbringing. She graduated from her primary school as valedictorian and scholarship recipient and received the highest honor when she graduated as valedictorian and student of the year at the Casa Bruce Secondary School. Additionally, she is a skillful volleyball, netball, and cricket player, of which she has represented Dominica at regional and international tournaments in these disciplines. Ms. Burton is thoroughly engaged in a community where she works passionately for the preservation of Kalinago culture and indigenous youth empowerment as a youth parliamentarian, Kalinago representative of the National Youth Council of Dominica, Vice President of the Kalinago Youth Council, Public Relations Officer of the Carifuna Cultural Group, member of the Carifuna Cultural Group, and former President of the Kalinago Progress Club at the Dominica State College. Her work as former executive member, secretary, and president of that club left quite an impression where the club would promote the sale of traditional Kalinago delicacies as fundraising activities, hosted a language symposium at the DSC, and cleaned up activities of the sacred Kalinago grounds at the falls in the Kalinago territory. Ms. Burton also performed duties as part of Dominica delegation at the Dubai World Expo 2020, along with the Carina Cultural Group, to present aspects of Dominica's culture in a show-stopping visual performing arts performance at the world stage. Ms. Burton has accepted invitations at various primary schools to teach students more about Kalinago culture. In May 2022, after continuous effort, Ms. Burton led the revitalization of the Kalinago Youth Council and coordinated the Kalinago Youth Assembly as Kalinago representative of the NYCD. Alicia was recently crowned, Adicia was recently crowned Miss Kalinago over the weekend. Ladies and gentlemen, Outstanding Youth in Indigenous Cultural and Traditional Preservation awardee, Adicia Burton.
A pleasant evening to everyone. I will speak from my heart today. Just like Mr. Anthony Edwards said earlier, it's not my sole work that led to me standing on this stage here today. So I would like to thank my family, my friends, and members of my community for supporting me in my various activities. This award is not just mine, but ours. Our culture is extremely important to us and, in our identity as a people. So I would like to encourage my fellow Indigenous youth to step up to the challenge, to rise to the challenge and, take up that mantle. Because I think tonight I would have really liked some more tension as the awards, was announced. So I really am thankful for all of the unwavering support from everyone. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, Ms. Burton.
Outstanding Youth in Liberal and Performing Arts, Music, Drama and Dance Award.
I invite the representative from Auto Trade to present the award to the winner.
With a sole nominee within this category, we announce Alisa later.
Alisa deserves this award. A talent like hers should definitely not be pushed aside. She has been a member of the Whitey Kubuli Dance Theatre Company for 4 years, and after being there for a year, she was quickly pushed from the juniors category to seniors. She is currently the youngest senior performer at Whitey Kubuli. She has had the opportunity to perform at numerous occasions, such as the World Creole Music Festival, Cultural Gala, Creole in the Park, and their own dance productions where she was in every senior performance. Alisa was also chosen to represent Dominica at CariFesta 2019, which was held in Trinidad at the age of 15. She empowers the youth as she helps out with a dance group to teach and monitor the younger dancers. Furthermore, she gave back to her school, the Dominica State College, by choreographing dances and helping out the dance club and paved their way to victory as they won the first ever DSC talent show. This is someone who truly deserves this award because even at a young age, she has done so much, and after receiving this award, younger children who has love for dance will get the motivation to excel just like she has. She's a very well-rounded individual that achieves anything she puts her mind to. She's driven and comes from a family who is known for their contribution to the arts, music. She felt it was necessary to follow that tradition. Her dedication and love for dance is phenomenal, as she does not only dance to perform, but she dances from the heart and does not go unnoticed by anyone who witnesses her performance. Outstanding Youth in Liberal and Performing Arts awardee, Miss Alisa Leta.
Okay, good evening everyone. It's truly an honor to be receiving this award tonight. First and foremost, I would like to thank the Lord for gracing me with my talents. To the late Miss Jacinta David and Mr. Raymond Lawrence, thank you for seeing my potential from a young age. I would not be here if it wasn't for your continuous motivation throughout my dance journey. To my family and friends, thank you for your support and love throughout my years. And you always could be a shoulder I could lean on. I not only want to use this award to keep pushing to follow my dreams, but to use it as a symbol to show the youth, though they might be young, how you can be recognized and make an impact in their community. Thank you.
Congratulations, Alisa, and thank you to the representative of Auto Trade.
Outstanding Youth in Media Award, sponsored by Senator Oscar George.
I invite the Senator Philip Roll to present on behalf of Senator Oscar George.
And the nominees are Linda Martin, Durzan Peltier,
And the winner is
Durzan Peltier.
the nominee falls under the category of photographer as well as content creator. He started off by using his regular cell phone and has been determined to continue enhancements of his skills in order to produce better forms of media. In 2020, he created the Nature Island Beauty Brand Instagram page, which was intended to allow like-minded individuals to come together to share various forms of media in relation to Dominica, in expectation of distinguishing between Dominica and Dominican Republic. He, over the 2 years, has been committed to enlightening others about Dominica. He has also adapted to various platforms in order to have a wider audience and continues to consult others on feedback so that his craft can be enhanced. He is persistent on development and is doing so over the past years, funneling his brand to be able to produce high-quality media as well as increased knowledge. He went further in July 2020 by creating the Facebook page, the brand's Facebook page, in an effort to reach a wider audience. Over time, he was able to increase his audience through other media platforms, for example, YouTube, where he amassed over 40,000 views on his channel. Durzan is focused on changing the narrative about Dominica and enlightening not only the citizens, but also foreigners about the culture, people, its sites, as well as other aspects of the country has to offer. The country's citizens, particularly those abroad, are always seen engaging with the different posts as they are captured in different lights. Outstanding Youth in Media Award, Mr. Durzan.
Words cannot express this immense feeling of joy, knowing that the work of youth such as myself is recognized and taken to such levels like this. I'd like to say thank you to God, NYCD, mother, and every other person in one way or another has contributed to achieving this award. In starting Nature Island YouTube, this stems from my love in the media industry, and I aim to upload videos and images of Dominica to entice individuals. Sorry, I'm reading this, so I can just start. To entice individuals abroad and locally to enjoy the beauty as we know in nature. To my fellow youths out there watching, if I can make an impact despite life's ups and downs, or when doubting myself, so can you. Pushing through the unknown and taking risks. It's scary, I know, because even though I'm scared right now to watch the all. I really am, honestly. But I rather live a life, it's crazy how this happened, than a life I wish I knew I exist. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, those of you who those of you who are watching, I thank you.
Congratulations, Mr. Peltier, and thank you, Senator Rowe.
Esteemed Volunteer Award, sponsored by Domlec.
I invite the representative from Domlec to present this award.
And the nominees are Anya Peter, Felicia Pierre.
And the winner is
Felicia Pierre.
Felicia Pierre serves as the head of programs at Israel Aid Dominica. Israel Aid is an international non-governmental humanitarian aid organization based in Israel. Following Hurricane Maria in 2017, Israel came on island, bringing a team of experts to facilitate recovery and reconstruction. The organization remained on island and has since then engaged more than 11,000 children, teachers, and education staff in disaster risk management training. Felicia became a part of the team in 2020, where she came on as Deputy Head of Programs, proactively supporting and administering projects across the island. She also aided in the development of new project proposals, budgets and concept notes, research and project design. Her sectors of work include, but are not limited to, disaster risk reduction, gender equality, child protection, social protection, education, WASH, health, livelihoods, inclusive disaster risk reduction, emergency response and management, meals, monitoring, evaluation, and learning. Felicia's favorite quote is that of Martin Luther King Jr., and I quote, "Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about the things that matter," end quote. Therefore, she has chosen not to be silent, but instead to give a time to immeasurable volunteerism, because it is in service to others she finds joy. Within the exterior composed of hard work and ambition lies the heart of Felicia, a true volunteer driven by love for others and God. Congratulations, esteemed volunteer awardee, Miss Felicia Pierre.
Good evening, invited guests, honorable members of cabinet, and honorable Prime Minister. At the heart of this award lies a young lady who from childhood always considered herself to be a volunteer at heart, putting love for community and country above all else. This is why winning this esteemed volunteer award means so much to me, not just me now, but the little girl who still lives in me. One of the things I truly value most in my life is having the ability to help others, and I am truly grateful that God has blessed me with the ability to do so. It is through his blessing and guidance that I am able to stand here before you this evening and accept this award. To my family, my partner, my friends, and my dear, dear friend, Diane Charles, a heartfelt thank you for always supporting me and motivating the panel for bestowing this great honor on me, and thank you to the
Congratulations, Ms. Spear, and thank you to the representative of Dominic.
JCI Dominica Fadel Yankee Excellence in Leadership Award, sponsored by Junior Chamber International.
I invite the president of JCI, Ms. Lindell Felix, to present the award to the winner.
And the nominees are Shervin Dominic, Darren LeBlanc, Felicia Pierre, Manuela Gregoire.
And the winner is
Shervin Dominic.
Shervin is an all-rounded youth leader. President of the Holy Family Youth Group for the past 10 years, and the driving force behind the youth of the St. Anne Parish, Canefield, Massac, Maho, Campbell, and Warner. He has been an altar server for almost 20 years, and currently is the head altar server, recruiting and training others. After a number of catechists in the church retired, with no hesitation, he took up the mantle to teach one of the classes. He has been doing so for the past year. He is also active in other national service and groups. He volunteers in the Youth Division Summer Camp, a member of the Whitey Kubali Dance Theatre, Maho Steel Pan, the Africulture Stilt Walkers, and the Leo Club of Dominica. His longevity in youth leadership in the church certainly demonstrates his commitment. An altar server for 19 years and being voted as youth group president yearly for 10 years is a testament to his unwavering devotion to youth ministry in the church. This devotion and of years of leadership has no doubt contributed to his drive to become the vice president of the Leo Club of Dominica, where he's quite active. Yearly, one would guarantee to see Shervin as a star in the Africulture Stilt Walkers Carnival Band. Ladies and gentlemen, JCI Dominica Fadel Yankee Excellence in Leadership Awardee, Shervin Dominic.
Woo.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. I am lost forward. Growing up in the large community of St. Anne, I'd like to say thank you to Mr. Laville. Oh God. Thank you to my family, my friends, and to everyone who've been on my back for motivating me, for pushing me to reach where I am today. Thank you to my church community, my parish priest for praying with me yesterday. Thank you to Father Elvio. Thank you to the National Youth Council. I've been with the National Youth Council from since high school. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Shoin Dominic. And thank you very much to JCI President, Ms. Lindell Felix, for presenting this award. Now please give a round of applause to all of the award winners in this category. And now please, a round of applause to all of the nominees, even as they did not receive an award this evening. They too have contributed significantly to the development of our country. So to them we say thank you and congratulations. And now for some entertainment. Yes? My co-host, have you ever performed before?
Which, like what exactly? I've performed.
Like on stage,
Yes, I've
doing
performed-
something.
I've performed many times on stage.
And what was that like?
It was okay, but I always get nervous. Every time I'm nervous all now.
And then you mentioned sometime that you were singing, you had a very feminine voice growing up, and then you prayed to God to take away that voice from you, and now you want it back. Did you get it back?
I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. But I'll try. I still have, I'm a guy, but I have a lot of faith, so I have faith to come back.
Faith in God. If anything, Chauvin will pray with him. Thanks in advance. And now let's break things down and get some entertainment. And now I'd like to call to do a performance poetry, someone I've been following for a while now. She truly amazes me and reminds me of a girl who performs on stage. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Sherdina Antwine to present performance poetry.
A pleasant good evening to everyone. I'd just like to express how greatly pleased I am to have been given this opportunity to share one of my poetic pieces with you this evening. This is the youth's affirmation. My mother says that my future is mine to manifest. Gifted my hands a mirror of possibilities and told me to look in. Removed the blinds from my eyes and wiped away indolence. Angled rays of success simulating my retinas to see the bigger picture I see us. Plastering our ambition onto the wall of promise like penciled graffiti, intricate and loud, I hear us. Mouth swearing oaths on hopeful verses repeating, like a prayer you'd hope never loses its meaning. Unlocked productivity, you are the blueprint. Patterned in the cracks of solidified concrete like it, flawed but refined. You will build greater networks, so let the children's echo ring of triumph. Others recite the chorus, a soprano of perseverance, an endless youth choir orchestrating, a symphony alternating the chords of a nation stuck in cacophony. Know that discord does not birth prosperity, only failure, so be harmonious. Let your wisdom cradle every young mind. Let your actions key to a sublime. Notes do not degrade the power of imagination. Your mind is the state's factory undergoing operations, meant to synthesize ideas into reality. You are the coding mechanisms, transcribing variants of cannot into can and won't into will. It is your will to trust in the vision of each other, even as your lenses blur with the sweat of hard work and persistence. Conviction lies within the tongues, heavy tongues, laced with truth, truth that you are the leaders of today, because the morrow doesn't promise anyway. Channel your hope like a beacon. Reminisce that when the path was shadowed with trials, your passion fueled the torch to light the way. Be fruitful in your efforts to multiply your skills for development. Invest in yourselves and your ability to transform what is deficient into a masterpiece. Together, fragmented dreams form jigsaw opportunities for yourselves and others. like our isle covered in green, learn to blanket your zeal that it may never be stolen. Be impactful, like the waves of the Atlantic, and tranquil like the sea that girth our treasured land. Be the treasure of this land. Tidal but not destructive, volcanic but eruptive, with blessings and positivity, faith and humility. As composers and producers, fine-tune and market effectively the version of yourselves you want people to emulate. Participate proudly as models of influence, be pillars of strength, and anchor yourselves as the cornerstones of society that, through adversity, you connected each other unity. Acknowledge your art as wealth, prized and preserved. Lessen not your value to suit another. Seek a remedy for injustice. Embrace your culture. Project self-expression, talent. Provide a cure to mediocrity. Label your work as the finest quality and be the best that you can be. Set your eyes on pragmatic dreams. Do not sway, yet remain hypnotic. Narrowed focus. Continue to be visionary until they are captured fully. Remember to sow seeds of prosperity in grounds nurtured with your drive. Reap the benefits of your labor without guilt, without pride, and always apply pressure because your future is yours to manifest. Explore the mirror of possibilities. Be relentless in claiming what is yours. Carve your purpose into the margin of fate. Rest knowing that your legacy will live on, so long as you wish it, so long as you dream it, so long as you see it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ms. Antoine, for that performance. Your legacy will live on as long as you wish it, as long as you dream of it. Yes? And now we continue with the awards.
At this time, we have come to the next category of awards. These awards were identified by the executive of the National Youth Council and the NYCD through its efforts and projects over the last 2 years. And it has built a better working relationship with youth and youth groups across Dominica.
We begin with the presentation of special awards, and they were presented by the president of the NYCD, Ms. Ashma McDougall. Most Outstanding Youth Group of the Year Award.
This award is presented to a young organization who is contributing to community development. This group exhibits exceptional leadership, mentorship for youth, and outstanding service to the community.
The most outstanding youth group of the year, Youth Emergency Action Committee.
Okay, I'm being told not to cry. And I told to give Mr. Dominic some water, but I think I need it now. Wow. Oh my God. That's a surprise. We were nominated previously for another group, and I had my speech waiting, thinking that we were winning that category. And I put it back in my purse because I was like, but now, on behalf of the Caritas Dominica Youth Emergency Action Committees, we would like to say thank you to the National Youth Council for recognizing our efforts and achievements. We give all thanks to God for this amazing opportunity. We began YEAC 3 years ago in the community of Point Michel with only 16 young persons. To date, over 100 youth and young adults have registered with the YEAC in 3 active teams in Point Michel, Rosa and Environs, and the St. Andrews Parish, which was recently commissioned from Dodan to Benz. We are deeply grateful to the Caritas Antilles and the USAID Bureau of Humanitarian Assistance for supporting our growth and persons throughout the years. We are also grateful to all of our partners and instructors of the Office of Disaster Management, the Dominica Red Cross, Mr. Firelander, I must name you, the Dominica Fire and Ambulance Services, UE, Open Campus, Israel Aid, and not forgetting our lead instructor, Mr. Anthony Williams. Last but not least, I want to say thanks to Mrs. Maelia Paul, who is our project coordinator, and also to the members of the YEAC. Thank you for your commitment, participation, and selfless service. It is because of our hard work, I should say, our hard work, and unwavering dedication that YEAC is the recipient of this prestigious award. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Congratulations once more to the YEAC. Most Outstanding NYCD Executive Member of the Year Award.
This award recognizes the executive member who has rendered exceptional service and/or made outstanding and comprehensive contribution to strengthen the efforts of the Youth Council. The most outstanding youth group of the year.
The most outstanding executive, NYCD Executive Member of the Year. Mr. Firelander.
I promise I will not cry. But honestly, I want to say that this award here is testament to the fact that you should never give up. And just the other day, I was having a conversation at work with someone who was telling me about, Landa, you say inside NYC, you're always going up and you're never winning. Why are you always going up, going up, going up? And you want to be in the people thing, but you're not winning. But as my friend just said, I'm here for a reason, and it's not because of this award, but it's because of this event this evening, and being able to do events like this at the helm of the National Youth Council of Dominica, and receiving this award is not receiving it for myself, but receiving it for you, the youth of Dominica, because without us, tonight would not have been possible, and without you, this award would not have been possible. So thank you very much.
File was nervous for many days and many nights. Congratulations. Right. We continue. Most Outstanding District Youth Council.
In order to fulfill its mandate and provide effective representation to all youth, the NYCD has to be organized on a system of district youth committees in 8 geographically demarcated areas in accordance with the YDD. This award recognizes the exemplary work of one district youth committee. The NYC was successful in revitalizing 2 out of the 8 councils in its tenure and hopes that this award will ignite a flame in youth across the districts.
The most outstanding district youth council is the East District Youth Council. They are led by President Kevin Scott, who is also a youth parliamentarian and member of the Good Hope Motivators Youth Group.
On behalf of the President, Mr. Kevin Scott, our dedicated leader who makes serving within the district easy, we say thank you. And to our devoted and active members and youth officers who work hand in hand with the Council, we are forever grateful. Mr. Scott is unable to be here this evening. However, I know he is following live and quite elated as I humbly accept this award on behalf of the Eastern District Youth Council. Thank you for recognizing our efforts. And Ms. Adisia Burton, my fellow member, congratulations on all your achievements thus far. Once again, thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. James. And for the next awards, we're going to be supported by Mr. Lander. Up next, the 2022 Phoenix Award, sponsored by Sugar George, Inc.
Thank you, Monel. The Phoenix, so we'll now call the representative from Sugar George Incorporated. The Phoenix Award recognizes the achievement of one young person, one young individual who has risen from the ashes, and it aims to raise community awareness of this youth's positive contributions. This youth has provided many plumbing services to people in and out of his community. He has studied courses in this field and also took it upon himself to further his knowledge and skill on his own. With that, he created his own business, registered as JP's Plumbing Solutions. This, all in all, shows his dedication and passion for what he does and to help others. He puts a lot of time and energy into providing the best service for his clients. Through all of this, he has still endured one of the most tragic of events for youngsters, the early loss of a sibling to health complications. This impacted him dearly in the earlier years of high school, yet he still managed to pull through. He has had to take care of himself since a young teenager, and at that, he struggled but never failed. Though it isn't the person's business to expose his personal life, he has to live with an unsupportive family for a great deal of his life, till he has to prove his worth. This young man is a pure hustle-driven machine. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor on behalf of Sugar George Incorporated to announce the 2022 Phoenix Award winner, Jamali Dimitri Pierre.
Good evening. This is a surprise. But thank you to everyone who has supported me through my journey and still supporting me, like Dr. King. Thank you to my friends who really pushed me to be a better person because, in all honesty, I wanted to give up. I appreciate this award because I can be a beacon of hope for people that come from like a rough background. Yeah, people that didn't have like a silver spoon where we can make a way for ourselves. And thank you a special thank you, my apologies, to a friend. Her name is Naira. Because if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't even be here tonight. Yeah, she was the first person who nominated me, and I am truly thankful for her. Yeah.
As well, it would be remiss of us to not announce that he, Jamali Dimitri Pear, will also be winning $5,000 from Sugar George Inc. to go towards JP Plumbing. So congratulations.
Congratulations, Jamali Pear. And also thank you very much to the representative of Sugar George Inc.
Female Youth of the Year.
At this point in time, we will call the Minister for Youth, the Honorable Dr. Addis King, to deliver these awards. This award is presented to an exemplary young woman who is contributing to community development. This young lady exhibits exceptional leadership, mentorship for youth, and outstanding service to her community and country by extension. Ladies and gentlemen, the National Youth Council Executive has selected Miss Lakia Joseph as the Female Youth of the Year.
On behalf of the youth and all of the young females in Dominica, in the Caribbean, and around the world, I would like to say thank you. Thank you. Being a leader can be very tough. But for me, it's very simple. It comes naturally, and it's very easy. I don't want to say that people follow me very easily, but I don't have any issues for people to follow me. And I appreciate that because it's always positive vibes. I always promote positive energy and to ensure that you lift somebody else up. And I always say, lift somebody else up. So thank you once again.
Congratulations, Ms. Joseph, and thank you very much to Honorable King. She will stay for the next award. The next award is the Male Youth of the Year.
So the Male Youth of the Year, I have a very, very interesting story to tell you guys about this individual. So I work with what I say is the no normal executive and the no normal president. When we decided on who this person was, she picked up her phone and she made a call. Hello, ring ring, are you going to be in Dominica for this and that date? Nah man, I come in Dominica the day after. Her words to this young man, you know you have to change your flight. So while persons were thinking that this individual had changed their flight for them. He did not, but he changed his flight for the National Youth Council of Dominica. So, ladies and gentlemen, this award is presented to an exemplary young man who is contributing to community development through the art form of music. This gentleman exhibits exceptional leadership, mentorship for youth, and outstanding service to his community and country by extension. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor on behalf of the executive of the National Youth Council of Dominica to announce that the male youth of the year is none other than Mr. Sheldon Shelley Alfred.
Should I sing? I'll start by saying, I guess when I said sometimes I wish I could make a difference, I was granted that wish, right? I think when I sat here tonight and I heard the stories, the biographies, the achievements of young people, I'm sure we were all proud as one thing. We were also saying that this is the first time, or we don't get many times to just sit and bask in our achievements, right? You know, we just chase the schedules, we chase the hustle, and we don't really sit and think that, yo, I did all this, I did that. You know, they didn't believe in us, but God did, you know. And I would say that these achievements and our stories, my story is testament that you can grow without losing your sense of self. I say that because about 7 years ago, I was awarded at the National Youth Awards as the outstanding youth in music. And tonight, I am just the outstanding youth of the year, the outstanding male of the year. And I think removing that music doesn't mean that music is out of the door. I have grown as an individual beyond music, and that has turned back and affected my music. So my growth academically, just in life, has turned back and affected my music, affected me as an individual. I've gone on to get a master's degree at Harvard University, and that is probably the biggest thing I've achieved, and I don't know what will come next. But this is an award that is for the hard work, but it's also for the hard work that is to come, not just that has passed. The hard work to come. Young people, rise to the occasion, grow. But while you grow, don't lose your sense of self. I am Shirley, the Harvard graduate, but I'm still the Dominican musician that sings calypso, booyah, or anything. So don't lose your sense of self. Be you, and always be grateful. And when we speak of gratitude, I want to thank my team at Signal Band, my family, friends, loved ones, my fans. You know, my fans, I feel like I didn't ask for permission to just go and study and just leave music, but neglect music for as much as I wanted to. But gratitude is what I want to show to everyone, and this award is for you. Thank you very much for your support.
So, Shelley, before you leave, I'd like you to remain on stage while I welcome a representative from the insurance company of the West Indies to come on stage, as well as this next award every year at the National Youth Awards. The President of the Council has to identify one or more young person that will receive the President's Most Outstanding Youth of the Year Award. And this year, the President of the National Youth Council of Dominica has selected none other than Mr. Sheldon Shelley Alfred to be presented this award. The award is sponsored by the Insurance Company of the West Indies.
know I have a lot more to say. But again, more encouragement. Right now, this is beyond me. This is about Dominica, and this is about not neglecting home. I don't live in Dominica, and I feel like I do at the same time. You know, I feel like the plane is now a bus. I can just walk up to a plane and just board it. And that is because I do not want to neglect home, because home has made me who I am. My entire educational journey is home. My parentage, fully Dominican. And I was always supported by Dominica, and I will never neglect Dominica. So Dominica, I will give you this one. This one is for Dominica. This one, I want to show gratitude to the Dominicans who have supported me, the government of Dominica as well, for their support for my educational journey. Harvard wasn't cheap. And I think this is for Dominica, and I can say that one more time. This is for Dominica. Thank you.
Congratulations once more to Shelley, and thank you very much to the representative from the insurance company of the West Indies. And please put your hands together for all the winners of the special awards. Congratulations to you all. And now we break for some entertainment. And for that, I would like to invite to the stage Dan Pius John Baptist. Say that again. You, say it again. You, go, Pio. Please put your hands together for Dan Pius John Baptist.
Thank you so much, Mr. Dan Pius John Baptist, for that wonderful performance. And now for a special award.
And for this award, I invite the Honorable Prime Minister, Roosevelt Skerrit, to join me on stage. Because this is the Roosevelt Skerrit National Youth Leader of the Year Award. And the winner is Lakia Joseph. Lakia Joseph is an entrepreneur, community leader, and environmental activist. She's the founder of Nature Blends, a health and wellness company that specializes in exotic teas, extracts, powders, and oils. Ms. Joseph is building her small business into a recognized brand, and in the process, providing employment and creating economic opportunity for farmers, from whom she purchases raw materials for her line of natural products. In her work as environmental activist, she is helping to cultivate youth activism and inspiring community involvement on local and national issues. This year, she assigned herself as Ambassador for the Preservation, Cleanliness, and Beautification of Hampstead River. At a young age, Joseph is making her mark in philanthropy, volunteerism, charity, and business. In 2018, she was awarded the Queen's Young Leaders Award at Buckingham Palace for work to support young people and gender equality in Dominica. Ms. Joseph assumed the position of opposition leader and excelled in her representation of national issues during the Youth Parliament organized by the National Youth Council in June. She currently serves as a member of the Cabinet-appointed committee to help guide the implementation of the Future Housing Program. For her work as an outstanding young leader, engaged community activist, and positive role model for persons, Lakia Joseph is the recipient of Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit National Youth of the Year Award 2022.
Am I allowed to cry now? This came as a surprise. Did it come as a surprise to you? It did to me. Thank you. There are a lot of young persons that I actually look up to, and getting this award is just another level. It's according to Sheldon, it's beyond me. And I wish to just continue being an inspiration to other young persons. And I will never stop doing what I do. I will never stop wanting to be an inspiration. And I will never stop being humble, because the humble never stumble. And once you keep your heart, your mind, and your soul in everything that you do, I always say, you must make it. So thank you once again.
The humble never stumble. We learned something today, right? And thank you very much, and congratulations, Lakia. And thank you very much, Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit, for presenting this award. I now invite the Treasurer of the National Youth Council of Dominica, Ms. Luana Lora, to present some awards, gifts to the sponsors.
So these, okay, it's a good thing I was trained to speak out loud. These next awards will be given to persons who, although they have supported this National Youth Awards, once we send a letter and say, we need your assistance, quickly say yes. How much you need, and one of these, we cannot say thank you enough because they came forward this time around for the first time supporting the National Youth Council, and they did so in a very, very big way. They unfortunately do not have a representative this evening, and that is the Dominican National Lotteries Commission, who without them, honestly, when we got to the August date and I watched Madam President, I said, "God, Jay, are we going to have to pull out the checkbook here because that subvention have to, yes." But I think God heard my prayer, and the Dominican National Lotteries Commission, one day while I was at work, I got a call and was doing something, and the young lady from there said, "Is this Mr. Lander from the NYC?" I said, "Yes." "Okay, we're giving you all $20,000. And she just continued with the conversation like she did not just tell me she was giving me almost 100% of my budget for the National Youth Awards. And without them, honestly, we would have lost hope. And of course, without the continued assistance of the government of Dominica, we would not be here today. Once we say, send up a letter to the ministry, we always almost get a big yes back. And we want to say thank you to them. So tonight, we want to recognize a few of these continued sponsors of the NYC, and more specifically, sponsors of the National Youth Awards. So,
we're saying thank you to the Dominica National Lottery. Dr. Damian Dublin. And please come to receive your special award from the National Youth Council.
Sugar George Inc. representative.
Domlek. Fine Foods Inc.
Sajiko.
Minister of Youth, Honorable Addis King. the Chinese Embassy and the Flow. They're not here with us, but we will deliver on a later date. We're saying thank you to all of our sponsors who made this event possible. And now a token of appreciation to our judges. Chief Judge Luana Lora. Lizra Fabian. Brenton Hillier.
Mr. Philip Rowe. Mr. Kasani Laville.
Thank you very much to all.
Once again, thank you for joining us today, and we would like to say congratulations to all the youth who received an award today, and to all the youth who is out there doing exceptionally well for their communities. Once again, this live was brought to you by Emo News, and apologies for the drop in the audio. And we'd like to wish you all a blessed night. Thank you for joining us once again.